morning, everyone. Hello, welcome back. It's been a while, and we're back now to Free Speak with Michael. Woo-woo. Anyways, hello. How was your weekend? Did you enjoy it? Did you do some fun stuff on Friday or not? Anyways, I had a busy weekend. A lot of stuff happened this weekend for me. Saw a show, as I said on Thursday. I was going to see a show. I saw it. I went to play some jazz. I worked. I had some talks. It was great. It was filled with lots of fun stuff. Anyways, it's now Tuesday or Wednesday. Well, it's Tuesday, but for you it will be Wednesday. And there's new things to talk about every single day. Every single day there's new things to talk about. So today, I kind of wanted to talk about being late. Because I woke up late this morning. Because I was tired. Yeah, but I don't know. What do you guys feel? I feel that being late is not good. Yeah, it's just not good. No, I mean, for me it was interesting, you know. First of all, it's a wonder how your body can wake you up. So, like, I woke up at 6 this morning. And I don't know if it was like a clock, like an internal clock that said, okay, we're done for today, you've had enough sleep, wake up. Or if it was something more along the lines of something woke me up. So someone entering my room or changing something in my environment that woke me up at 6, and then they left before I could register that they had done it. Or maybe, yeah, I think those are the two. I think it's an internal clock or an external circumstance that wakes you up. But I found myself often waking up about the same time every day. So about 7 o'clock every day, my body wakes up and says, okay, we did it, we slept. And then, of course, you can always say, no, I'm going to go back to sleep. And then you can go back to sleep. But it definitely, for me, I feel like it's an internal clock thing. I just don't know why it was 6 this morning. I don't know. I think another big thing for, like, sleeping and waking up is an alarm clock. Like, you have to have a good alarm clock in order to wake up well. Like, I used to use my phone as an alarm clock, but it didn't work at all. It did not work at all because I got used to it. And music, like, sometimes music, when you wake up to music, it actually flows into your dreams. And that's what used to happen. So I bought a regular, nice, old-fashioned alarm clock with the hammer and the bells. It was great. I love it. It's really handy. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm a little exhausted. So this is why I'm groggy and I'm not as active and out in your face this morning. But I will do my best to do what I can and to make it okay. Okay? Okay. You should play Pokemon Go every day. I just had to do that. I'm sorry. I liked that last video. It was pretty funny. Yeah. So that's being late. And I feel another thing is when after you're late, like you wake up and you're like, oh no, I'm late. You actually like really wake up more. You're like, whoa, okay, time to go. And then you just go and you do whatever you need to do. And I thought, I was like, yeah, it can be useful at times, it can not be useful at times, but I thought it's something worth mentioning. I think another thing is about, well, let's just talk about being late, about actually not showing up on time. It's weird. There's certain things that approve of it, certain things that don't approve of it, like being late to work. It depends. Like your lateness is quantified on how many minutes you're late. So like for the place where I work, 5 minutes is acceptable. Anything above 5 minutes it counts against you. But in other senses, you know, like 5 minutes is unacceptable, or, you know, above 5 minutes is unacceptable. 10 minutes, you know, it's still fine. 15 minutes, it's a little concerning, and then once you get into 20 to 30 minutes, it becomes more of a concern on the company, and they're like, hey, where are you? Are you okay? Or at least where I work. I don't know how it is where you work, but I think that that's going to be similar policies. But then for like dinner parties, if you're going to a dinner party and it says 7 o'clock is the start time, it's almost like you can't be there at 7. You have to be at least 5 minutes late. But then again, the same rules apply. 5 minutes late is okay. 10 minutes late is okay. 15 minutes is alright. 20 minutes late, it's still decent, and you're like, okay, that could work. But then it's sort of like, okay, well, you either didn't plan well enough, or you live far away, so that's why it took you a little bit longer. What's going on? And then 30 minutes just kind of says, this party was important, but not nearly important enough. So I showed up late. At least that's the customs and culture that we have here. I don't know. That's what I feel. Like if it's 7 o'clock and someone shows up at 7:30, I'm glad that they came, but I'm like, okay, this wasn't your first priority. You did something before this, or you're coming from something else. But like, if it's 7:15, I'm like, okay, great, awesome, people are here. It's a little different sometimes with the Russian culture. It could show up 2 hours in and you'll still be fine because they're there at least. But usually we try to, for the people that are usually late 30 minutes, you try to adjust the time of the party. Like, hey, the party starts at 6:30. And they're like, oh, okay, great, I'll be there. And then they show up at 7. So it's nice. It balances out pretty well. Sometimes though, people show up early and it's kind of throws the whole thing out of whack. And then, okay, let's talk about the other side of showing up early. Like, how early do you show up for work? They want you to, you have to clock in at least at a certain time. So if you're scheduled at 4, you come in and you clock in at 4. You don't clock in at 4:01, you don't clock in at 3:59 or 3:55. You clock in at 4 so you can get your respective hours in. So they're real sticklers. They're real sticklers on you clocking in on time, but they'll let you go home early. And that's just kind of like, I understand. There's certain businesses like restaurants and sales sometimes when it doesn't really matter. Like, everything's done, everyone's good, you might as well go home because there's nothing for you to do. And we don't want you to keep having you around. So, that's another interesting point. But arriving early for work, it's kind of weird. Like, I do that sometimes. I'll show up like 30 to 20 to 15 minutes earlier to work. But I have a reason. I like showing up early because they have coffee where I work. So I like to sit down before work, have a cup of coffee, and kind of get into this work mindset. I feel like 30 minutes before your shift is acceptable because you're kind of planning and getting ready for it. And I think anything further than that, and you're either being carpooled and you're trying to make it to work, period, or you just have nothing to do. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting to think about a little bit about being early, being late. It's such a weird thing. Some people don't care. Well, I found a lot of people don't care about the customs that I have, like responding to messages. Sometimes, like if you have a setup and you have a date and you're saying, okay, let's meet at this time, so and so, let's do that, and they agree to it, and then you meet and then nothing happens because the person didn't show up, but they don't text you. They don't say, oh, hey, by the way, I'm not gonna make it because I have to blah blah blah. Yeah, I had this one. I was supposed to see this girl, and we went on a date. I was supposed to go on a date, and I showed up, and I waited for an hour, and nothing happened, so I left. And then later that night, she texts me, and she says, oh, sorry, I had to run errands for my mom. I was like, what in the world, what kind of, you had to run errands for your mother? Okay, well, why didn't you just tell me that at the time that we were supposed to meet? If you had to, it's a lie. It was a big old fib. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not upset about it. Yeah. So there we go. We talk a little bit about what it means to be late and how we can not be late and other such wonderful remedies. Yeah, so thanks again for coming back, for checking out the videos. Comment below, share the video, share the love, give it a like. I appreciate seeing you back again, and I hope that you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed, and try to make someone else smile today. There we go. Look at that. Now they're going to come with a challenge. Video challenge! Why don't you go out and make someone smile? Okay. I shall see you guys later.